Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. It's September 1st, 1961. We got the expanded rosters with the September call-ups, and we got a really big series here with Detroit and the Yankees, a three-game series battle for the American League pennant. The Tigers are 10.5 games back. Just my personal feeling, I think the Tigers have got to sweep the Yankees to get back in this race or to stay in the race, however you want to look at it. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the first game of this big series for the Detroit Tigers. Coming to New York to take on the Yankees, you got leading off playing second base, Jake Wood. Batting second, playing center field is Bill Burton. Batting third, playing right field is Al Kaline. Batting fourth, playing left field is Rocky Colavito. Batting fifth, playing first base is Norm Cash. Batting sixth, playing third base is Steve Burris. Batting seventh, playing shortstop is Chico Fernandez. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Mike Rourke. And on the mound, batting ninth for the Tigers, Don MOSSI. Let's see who they'll be taking on here in this game number one. Leading off for the New York Yankees, playing second base is Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing shortstop's Tony Kubek. Batting third, playing right field is Roger Maris. Batting fourth, playing center field is Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, playing first base is Bill Skowron. Batting sixth, playing left field is Yogi Berra. Batting seventh, doing the catching, Elston Howard. Batting eighth, playing third base is Clint Boyer. Batting ninth, doing the pitching, the chairman of the board, Whitey Ford. They're sending out the big boy to get game number one started here, folks, in New York. Let's get down to the field and get this action started. Down to Yankee Stadium we go. Whitey on the mound. This is his 33rd start. He's got a 2.82 ERA. He's got an American League and Major League leading 20 wins, 7 losses, and 11 complete games, folks. First batter he'll be facing is Jake Wood, batting .237 with 14 home runs and 75 RBIs. And here's the first pitch of the game. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field, not the way the Yankees want to start this series off. Jake Wood aboard with a base hit. And that brings up Bill Burton. Bill's batting .292 on the year with 26 home runs, 71 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Bill. And that's going to be hit down the second. Can they turn two and get out of this mess already? And that is Richardson, the Kubek, over to Skowron, but Burton beats the throw over there, folks. We got one out now. Al Kaline up. Al's batting .294 with 15 home runs, 72 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Kaline, and that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Skowron's got it. Tosses over to Whitey, covering. And that'll send Burton down the second. That brings up Rocky Colavito now with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. And Rocky's batting .315, 37 home runs, and 110 RBIs. Hey, Aaron. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone. And just like that, folks, it's 2-0 Detroit. Home run by Rocky Colavito. His 38th of the year. It's the Tigers up top. That brings up Norm Cash, batting .339, 40 home runs, 128 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Whitey's not having the first inning we would have liked here in New York. That brings up Steve Burris. He's batting .268, 3 home runs, 38 RBIs. And that'll be a fly ball out to Maris to end the inning. But the Tigers scored 2 on the 2-run homer by Colavito. We go to the bottom of the first. Tigers 2, Richardson, Kubek, and Maris due up here against MOSSI. And they get these runs right back. Bobby's hitting 259, 3 home runs, and 52 RBIs on his own. And Don MOSSI on the mound. This is his 29th start. He's got a 3.90 ERA. He's 15-9 with 7 complete games. Here's the pitch to Richardson. And Bobby will take that walk. And just like the Tigers, the Yankees get the leadoff batter aboard here, folks. And that'll bring up Tony Kubek. Tony's batting 278, 6 home runs with 51 RBIs. Can he drive Richardson over in the scoring position here, folks, for the M&M boys? And that'll be popped up behind home plate. And that'll be an easy out. So now we go to Roger Maris with one swing of the bat here. He can tie this game up, folks. Roger's hitting 264. American League and MLB leading 56 home runs, 113 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Roger. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Not what the Yankees wanted. Over the wood. Over to Norm Cash, and that's a 6-4-3 double play, folks, and the Tigers get out of it with nothing happening. We go to the top of the second. It's 2-0 Tigers. Fernandez, Rourke, and MOSSI due up here. Chico's batting 244, 4 home runs, and 35 RBIs. And that'll be a pop up on the infield, and who's calling for it? Now it'll be Bobby Richardson down at second, taking charge, makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Mike Rourke. Mike Rourke batting 290 on the year, having a good year. 2 home runs, 27 RBIs. And that'll be an easy ground ball down to Kubek. 2 up and 2 down here in the second. Brings up Don MOSSI. And MOSSI's batting 151 with 2 RBIs on the year. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll be Whitey's first strikeout of the game, folks. And the Tigers go down in order. And we go to the bottom of the second. We got Mantle, Scourin, and Barra. Mick's batting 312, folks. He's been smoking hot. He's got 44 home runs, 131 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Mick. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Broshi at third. And that'll be out number 1. That brings up the move. Bill Scourin down to 273. He was way over 380. 36 home runs, 125 RBIs. And that'll be a ground ball down the third. 2 ground balls to third, 2 outs. That brings up everybody's favorite Yogi Berra, batting 308, 24 home runs, 66 RBIs. And that'll be a ground ball down the wood. 3 ground balls, 3 outs, and the Yankees go down in order. We go to the top of the third. It's the top of the order due up here for the Tigers. Wood, Burton, and K-Line. Wood singled his first time up. Here's the pitch to Jake. And that'll be a fly ball out to Roger Maris for out number 1. 1 down here in the third. Here comes Bill Burton now. And Bill, he reached on a fielder's choice and came around to score. And that'll be a single in the center field. Mick couldn't get to it, folks. Just drops in front of him. And that'll be a base hit for Burton, so he's aboard again. Now Al K-Line's up. He grounded out to the first baseman his first time up. And that'll be hit down the second. That's a slow roller, and they're not going to be able to turn 2. Bobby's up with it. They will get the lead runner. But K-Line, with his speed, he'll make it down the first without a throw. And here comes the man that just hit the 2-run homer in the first inning, Rocky Colavito. Here's the pitch. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Tigers lead 1-0. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still 2-0 Detroit. We got Howard, Boyer, and Ford, the bottom part of the order due up here. Howard's batting 346 on the year with 12 home runs, 57 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Howard will trot on down the first with the lead off walk. That brings up Clint Boyer here. See if Boyer can come through batting .229, 10 home runs, 48 RBI. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And that'll get Howard down to second. He'll hold there. So the Yankees making some noise here in the bottom of the third. We got first and second, nobody out for Whitey Ford. I think we're going to have Whitey try to bunt him down in the second and third here. So Whitey's up, going to try to do a bunt here. And that's going to be a nice bunt down the first base line. Cash comes up with it. His only play will be over the first with Wood covering. And that'll get the runners over in the second and third with the one out for the top of the order up, folks. And now it's up to Bobby Richardson with one out to try to tie this game up, folks. Tigers are going to play back. Don't want to give up a big inning. So Bobby walked his first time up. Can he deliver with a key base hit here, folks? And that's going to be a pass ball, folks. And that'll score one. And this game is now 2-1. That pass ball cuts the lead in half. And that's a 1-0 pitch now coming to Richardson. They're going to play the infield in now to try to cut off that tying run. So here's the 1-0 pitch to Bobby, infield in. And that'll be hit down to short. And they get the runner out at home. Boyer is taken off on contact. And that'll be 2 outs now with Richardson down at first. That was a big out by the Tigers. See if Quebec can keep this inning going, though. He popped up to the catcher's first time up. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 3. But the Yankees score 1 and cut the lead to 2-1. We go to the top of the fourth. Cash, Burris, and Fernandez due up here for the Tigers. Norm walked his first time up. And that'll be a ground ball down the short. Quebec's got it over the first for out number 1. Comes Steve Burris up now. And Burris, he flew out the right his first time up. And that'll be a pop-up on the infield. And Mr. Boyer's got it down at third for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. And that'll bring up Fernandez now. Here's the pitch to Pico. And that'll be a base hit in the center field. Mick, again, just can't quite get to that. That's 2 base hits in the center that Mick didn't get to. Good part. 2 outs now with Rourke up. He grounded out the short his first time up. And Fernandez is off and running, folks. Headed down the second. A throw from Howard. He's going to be in there with a stolen base. Here's the 0-1 pitch to work now with a runner in scoring position. And that'll be a base on balls. And Whitey all of a sudden here with 2 outs has gotten himself in a jam here. And that gets the pitcher at the very least out of the way and not leading off the next inning. First and second, MOSSI's up. Struck out his first time up. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Tigers leave 2. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still 2-1 Detroit. We got the big boys due up. Maris, Mano, and Scourin. See what they can do here. Roger grounded into that double play his first time up. And that's going to be hit back down the first base. Cash has got it. He'll take it himself for the out. 1 down now. Here comes the Mick. Mano grounded out the short his first time up. But that'll be a base hit in the left field. Mick gets aboard here with 1 out, folks, with a single. That'll bring up Mr. Scourin with Mick down at first. Can he drive in Mick? a double, score him easily. Here's the pitch to Scouring, and that'll be a ground ball down the third. And Mick will make it down the second, only plays over to first. So Mick's in scoring position, and it's up to Yogi. Can Yogi drive him in and tie this game up, folks? Yogi grounded out the wood his first time up, and that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And they're going to strand Mick at first as MOSSI goes over to Cash for out number 2. So we go to the top of the 5th, top of the order due up here for the Tigers. Wood, Burton, and K-line. Wood's 1 for 2, singled and flew out. And that's going to be a fly out to right field again. So 2 fly outs to right for Wood. 1 down here in the 5th. Here comes Burton. He singled his last time up and came around to score on that fielder's choice his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Not what you want to see here with the big boys coming up. Here comes Al K-line. And he's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a infield hit. Now what the Yankees want to see here, first and second and only 1 out. So Ford's got himself in a little bit of a jam here. Colavito took him deep the first time up. He struck him out the last time. And that ball is high, that ball is far, that ball is going. Colavito's having one hell of a game, folks. He goes the other way, and it is now 5-1 Tigers. Colavito's carrying these Tigers on his back. Brings up Norm Cash. He's 0 for 1, walked and grounded out. And that'll be a base on balls. Just like the last time Colavito hit a home run, Cash walks. That brings up Burris. Yankees looking for a double play to get this inning over with. Here's the pitch. And that'll be a fly ball out to Mick. He makes the catch for out number 2. That brings up Fernandez now. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 1. And that'll be a ground ball down the short. He'll go the long way over to first. That ends the inning. But the Tigers score 3 on the Colavito home run. All 5 RBIs have been off of Colavito's bat, all by the home run. We got Howard, Boyer, and Ford due up here in the 5th. Howard walked his first time up and came around to score the only run for the Yanks so far. And he gets a hold of this, folks. He drives that ball over third base. Howard standing down at second with a double. Lead off this 5th inning. Brings up Boyer. And they start chipping into this lead, folks. Boyer singled his last time up. And that'll be a fly ball in the center field. And Howard will hold there at second for out number 1. Here comes Whitey. Can he help himself here, folks? Whitey's batting 151. He had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. And that'll be a fly ball in the right field. And that'll get Howard over to third with 2 outs. So brings it up to Bobby Richardson to keep this inning going and get this run in, folks. Bobby's 0 for 1. He walked, reached on a fielder's choice, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Colavito. That'll end the inning, and the Yankees leave another runner on. We go to top of the 6th. It's 5-1 Detroit. Bottom part of the order due up here. Rourke, MOSSI, and Ben back to Wood. Here's the pitch to Mike. And that's going to be a pop-up, and Quebec will make the catch out in left field for out number 1. Brings up MOSSI. He is 0 for 2, struck out both times up. And that's going to be well hit. We don't need no stinking DH, and he blasts that ball into the gap in right field. And Don's standing down at second with a double with 1 out, folks. We're not Whitey's day by no means. That'll bring up Jake Wood. Wood's 1 for 3. Singled and flew out to Rogers. Other 2 times up. Not this time, folks. He squares it up. And that ball is hit into the gap in deep center field. It's rolling around in the monuments. Wood's round in second, headed for third. And he's in there with a triple, and another run scores, folks. It's 6-1. Still only 1 out. Yankees are forced to bring the infield in. Down by 5. Burton's up. He's 1 for 2 and walked and scored twice. And that'll be a base on balls. And we know who's coming up next. Al Kaline. Don't want to be flirting with this. The Yankees are going to play back for the double play. And that's going to be a single in the left field. That'll score Wood. Everybody else just goes 1 base. So it's first and second, and now it's 7-1. Definitely not what Whitey wanted to do here. He wanted to put an amen to this series, and he sure isn't. First and second, Calavitos went deep on him twice and struck out. Here's the pitch to Rocky. And he finally gets him again. He strikes him out. He was trying for number 3. Brings up Norm Cash now. Cash is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. And that ball's well hit. It just keeps getting worse and worse here, folks. And that'll be a single in the left. And that'll score 1, and the other runner will get the third. So now it's first and third. And it is 8-1, folks. Sure. Let the Tigers get all these runs out of the way, I guess, here in this first game. Here's the pitch to Burris. And that'll be a ground ball down to Quebec. He'll go the short way over to second. That'll end the inning. But 3 more runs score, folks. It's 8-1. We got Quebec. Maris and Mantle due up here. Quebec's 0 for 2, popped up and struck out. And that'll be a base on balls. Not what you want if you're a Tigers fan, walking people with a 7-run lead. Here comes Roger. He's 0 for 2, grounded out both times. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone, folks. Roger's not giving up. That's his 57th home run of the year, his 115th, to be honest. And now it's 8-3. That brings up Mick now with nobody out. Mick's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. And that'll be a ground ball down the first. That'll be out number 1. See if Scourin can get on base here, folks. Get another rally started. He's 0 for 2, 2 ground balls. And that'll be another one down the short to Fernandez. That'll be 2 outs now. And it brings up Yogi. And Yogi is 0 for 2. And that'll be 0 for 3. That's a fly ball out to Calavito. But the Yankees score 2 on the Maris home run. We go to the top of the 7th. It's 8-3. Fernandez, Rourke, and MOSSI due up here. Chico's 1 for 3 with a stolen base. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 1. And that'll be a ground ball down to Quebec. He'll fire over the first for out number 1. That'll bring up Mike Rourke. And he's 0 for 2 with a walk today, folks. And that'll be another ground ball. This one down to Richardson. 2 up and 2 down. Brings up Don MOSSI now. And he is 1 for 3 with a double and came in to score. And he gets a hold of this, drives that ball down the third, but it's a high pop. Waiting for it to come down is Boyer. He's got it. 1, 2, 3 goes to Tigers. We go to the 7th inning stretch. We'll have Howard, Boyer, and and a pitch hitter for Ford. Howard's 1 for 1. He's doubled and walked and came around the score. Here's the pitch to Howard. And that'll be a fly ball in the left field for out number 1. Now we got Clint Boyer up. Clint is 1 for 2 today. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs. And like I say, that'll be it for Whitey. Not his best day, that's for sure. See, he's going to come out here and pitch hit. We're going to have old Tom Trish just called up. Trish is going to come out here and pitch hit. There's Tom. Nobody on. 2 outs here for Trish. This is his first plate appearance for the Yankees this year. Let's see what he can do, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Fernandez. He's up with it. Fires over to first, and that'll end the 7th. 3 up and 3 down for the Yanks. And the Yankees need a new pitcher here, folks. And I think Bob Turley's going to come out of the bullpen. Bob's been on the DL for a while. See what he can do. He'll be facing the top of the order, Wood, Burton, and K-Line. Bob on the year, this will be his 13th game, 4.91 ERA. He's 2-2 on the year. And that'll be a ground ball down to Boyer for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down. I'll bring up Bill Burton. Bill's 1 for 2. 2 walks and scored, and he's walked again for the 3rd time. Now you got Al K-Line on the up. He's 2 for 4 with an RBI. And that'll be a ground ball down the second. Don't get the lead runner, but that'll be it. So 2 outs now with K-Line down at first for the man of the hour here, Rocky Colavito. 2 home runs on the day, folks. 5 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Colavito. And he gets number 3, folks. Jeez, you Pete's. No stopping Colavito today with 2 more RBIs. That ball was a no-doubter. He turned on that down the line. He is just killing Yankee pitching today. Here comes Cash. He's 1 for 2. 2 walks on the day. He has an RBI. And that'll be a base hit in the center field. 2 outs. Cash is on at first. And that brings up Steve Burris now, who's 0 for 4. He might be one of the few Tigers that didn't have a hit today. And that'll be a ground ball down to Richardson over to second. And that'll end the inning. But 2 more runs score on the Colavito home run, if we haven't said that already. Yogi says that looks like deja vu all over again. We got the top of the order due up here. Richardson, Kubek, and Maris. Bobby's 0 for 2, but he did walk his first time up. And that'll be popped up behind home plate for out number 1. That brings up Kubek now. Let's see if Tony can get something started. Tony's 0 for 2, walked his last time up, came around the 4th on the Roger Maris home run. That'll be a ground ball down to Cash. 2 up and 2 down. Here's Roger. He did homer his last time up, folks. drove in 2 runs for the Yankees. And that'll be a base on balls. MOSSI doesn't want no parts of him with a 10-3 lead. Here comes the Mick, and he homer here today, folks. Make this a 5-run game. Here's the pitch to Mick. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. So the M&M boys are doing their part. It was just poor Whitey Ford didn't do his. That is number 45 on the year for Mick. It's 133rd RBIs. And that cuts the lead to 10-5. Here comes Scouring up now. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out to short twice and the third. And that's going to be a swing and a miss strike 3. That'll end the inning. The Yankees scored 2 on the Mantle home run. We go to the 9th. It's 10-5, good buddy. Bottom part of the order due up. Fernandez, Rourke, and MOSSI. Here's the pitch to Fernandez, 1 for 4 with a stolen base. And he gets a hold of this one off of Bob. And that ball is hit into right field for a double. Just like that, the Tigers trying to get those runs back, folks. Here comes Mike Rourke up. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. And that's going to be a line drive. No, that's going to be popped up on the infield. And Quebec makes the call for out number 1. Now it'll bring up MOSSI here with 1 out. He's 1 for 4 with a double, folks. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Yogi's got it. So now there's 2 outs where Fernandez down at first, second. Here's the pitch to Wood, and he gets out of the mess, folks. Roger Maris catches it. So the Yankees are down by 5. We got Berra, Howard, and Boyer due up here in the 9th. Can the Yankees make a great comeback here, folks? Here's the pitch to Yog. And that'll be a base hit in the left field. So 1 run is aboard, folks. Now here comes Elston Howard. Can he put a dime in here and keep this hit merry-go-round going? He's 1 for 2. He's singled and walked. Sorry, singled and doubled. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Fernandez is up with it. He fires over to Wood, over to Cash. Big double play there, folks. Now the Yankees are down to their last out. And it's up to Boyer to keep this game alive. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 1. And he gets him, folks. Strikes him out to end the game. And it's 10-5. So they won the game with big series, folks. Like I say, I think they need to sweep it. Take a look here at the score, box score here. I'm sure this is about Colavito. Yep, it's 3 home runs, drives in 7 runs, folks. He was a one-man wrecking show. Tigers, 10 runs on 13 hits, 7 of them driven in by Colavito. 3 home runs on the game, folks. Yankees, 5 runs on just 6 hits. Like I say, the man of the hour is Colavito. The Tigers are 5 for 10 with runners in scoring position. They took advantage of it, folks. Still left 9 men on base. You had Maris and Mantle both going deep in this game. The Yankees were 0 for 4 in scoring with runners in scoring position and left only 3 men on. They didn't have a lot of opportunities, that's for sure. Don increases his record to 16-9, goes the distance, 6 hits, 5 runs, walked 4, struck out 4, gave up the 2 home runs, and poor Whitey Ford did not have his good stuff. He drops to 20-8, 7 innings, 10 hits, 8 runs, walked 5, struck out 4, gave up 2 home runs to Colavito. And Bob comes in, pitches 2 innings, gives up 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, and gave up the other home run to Colavito. All righty, let's do some fast play here, folks. You got the Indians taking on the Orioles. The Orioles have been slip sliding away. See what they do when they get back home here. And they get back on the winning streak. The Indians 1 run on 2 hits and 2 errors. Orioles 5 runs on 10 hits and no errors. And then you got the A's taking on the Angels in LA. And the Angels win a close one. A's 6 runs on 10 hits and no errors. Angels 7 runs on 10 hits and an error. Then you got the Red Sox traveling to Minnesota to take on the Twins. And the Red Sox lose a close game out in Minnesota. The Red Sox 4 runs on 7 hits and no errors. The Twins 5 runs on 7 hits and no errors. And Killebrew had a good game, 1 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs, folks. Then you got the White Sox and Senators playing a doubleheader in the nation's capital. Here's game number 1 of this doubleheader. And a close ball game. The White Sox pull out game number 1, 7 runs on 9 hits and an error. The Senators 6 runs on 8 hits and no errors. And the Senators bounce back and get a split here today, folks. And the White Sox sweep the doubleheader, 5 runs on 14 hits and 3 errors. Senators 4 runs, 7 hits and no errors. Take a look at the standings as the Tigers pick up a game on the Yankees. The Yankees, after winning 10 straight, have now lost 2 in a row, folks. The Tigers are 9.5 games back. The Orioles get back on the winning streak. They are now 12.5 games back. The Twins are 18. White Sox are 18.5. Angels 32 back. Red Sox 35. Indians 37. Senators 47. And the A's 50.5. Howard still leading the league with a 346 batting average. Roger increases his home run lead to 57. Mick with 133 RBIs. He got a few more today. Bunning still leading the league with a 2.01 ERA, and him and Ford, since Ford didn't get his 21st win, still tied with 20. Luis still with 33 saves on the year. Rogers leading in MVP voting, and Stafford's leading Bunning and Ford in the Cy Young. I want to thank Aaron Rodgers for stopping by today. Our next game will be the Dodgers versus the Braves. Until next time, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and on your way out of Yankee Stadium, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, have a great day and take care, folks.